right now.
Hey, what's up, guys? So I'm tuning in here. Thanks for tuning in to Chopper History, brought to you by Indian Motorcycles and Law Tigers. Shout out to those guys for sponsoring us. Go ahead, you can get in. I kind of tried to set up a different spot for you guys here. I'm gonna go back a little bit. All right, sorry guys. So we are tuning in today. We're gonna talk with Jason Sims. Today about Fandango as well as the chase. And I was trying to, it won't work, but I was trying to upload the video of you doing the buffing for the paint.
Oh,
so
okay.
We did a cool video last week, but it's kind of long, so I think that's why it's not uploading. DP bought a bike, and the paint was, I mean, how would you even describe that paint?
Well, it was an original paint 93 FL, and there was no chips or scratches in it, but it was faded, old, been sitting in a shed for 5 or 6 years. And I did a little demonstration with our new Flex buffer with the CSI buffing material, and I mean the paint came out like new. I mean, it came out mint. You know, that buffing system that we're using is awesome, and I can't say enough about it. And we're going to be doing a seminar sometime in May here. It'll be very limited, and we're going to have a display of buffing materials, and the guy that developed it is going to be here. Some new paint that we're trying out from an old friend, and also hopefully Tony from Seda Spray Equipment to demonstrate the latest and greatest in spray equipment and airbrushes. So stay tuned for that. It'll be just a limited number of people, but it's going to be a pretty cool deal.
Okay, hold on. I think it just might have uploaded. Let me see if I can get it on here. Oops. Sorry, we're coming back. Let's see. Photo library. Right here. All right, let me see if this works. File must be, guess not. All right, anyway. Also, guys, don't forget to follow us on Instagram. If any of you guys are on Instagram, go over to the Perowitz_CycleFab page. And right here, give us a follow. That's where I try to post the most stuff over there. So give us a follow if you're on Instagram. And also, I wanted to mention to you guys, I know a couple of you guys know that I've been working on something. Well, it is going to be released April 12th. So make sure you guys pay attention. I don't know I think that might even be a Thursday. Tuesday. So this Tuesday.
This Tuesday.
Yeah.
And,
so pay attention.
Can you say who you did it for?
No, we can't talk about it.
Oh, okay.
We can't talk about it, but
yeah,
April 12th.
Big deal.
Yeah, next Tuesday. Definitely pay attention to our social media. I saw a couple of the photographs from it that we did last week that are wicked cool.
Yeah.
Dino Petroselli, he's a local in Albany photographer, did some really cool stuff with us last week. So
yeah, Dino is the best that there is. Craig, good morning, Craig.
Yeah, so shout out to a couple, because I know we didn't get to these last time. Gucci, hey, Gary, Rob, Craig, Jeremiah,
Wenton. Hey, Wenton.
Bike nights, good one. So I posted a thing on my Instagram as well as the Perowitz_CycleFab Instagram. The first bike night here is June 22nd. So normally we do them on the third Wednesday, but June is always kind of funky because of Laconia. So the first bike night is Wednesday, June 22nd. And then I believe the next one is July 20th, and then August 17th. So those of you guys that are local and those that aren't local that want to come to our bike nights, they're always a good time. We get a good crowd. We have a band, food trucks, usually some vendors. It's definitely a good time. But we're going to be giving away some awards and we haven't quite
Yeah, we've had
nailed it down yet. But
in the last few months, in the course of our traveling, I've run into a lot of people from out of state that have inquired about coming to our bike night, and there's several local hotels. And if any of you guys out there from New England states or New York, Pennsylvania, want to come to bike nights, you can call and we can give you hotel names and where to stay. And, our bike nights are pretty big, and it's a great time, and they're over by dark. So that's the cool thing.
June one will be late because that actually the day before is the summer solstice, so it's the longest day.
Oh, cool.
So the June one will probably be till about 8:30ish.
Hey, Glenn.
But yeah, I was just gonna say, look, Glenn's chiming in.
You were gonna call me back? I'm still waiting.
Yeah, we haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. When's he bringing the knuckle back?
I don't know. Sometime soon. Once the weather gets a little more consistent.
Yeah, so I can ride it.
Yep. Sean Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean.
So Sean and Tom, which is they're one of my BFFs, and they just recently bought Competition Distributing. So shout out to them. And you guys that have any antique bikes, if you need aftermarket stuff pre-1936, Competition Distributing, give a shout out to them. But all right, let's bring Jason on. Let's see. Hey, Jason.
Hey, what's happening?
How you doing?
Good. I'm doing real good.
Good.
How's the weather out there in Arizona?
It's flipping windy today. Oh my God.
But is it warm?
It is warm, but it is windy. I was, trying to do it out in the shop so I could give you guys a sneak peek of what I'm working on and stuff. But it's just too windy, too noisy out there.
Yeah. Hey, so it's Arizona Bike Week this week, huh?
It is. So I'll be heading right after this show. I'm actually heading down to Westworld to do some stuff down there.
Have you got a booth down there?
I don't. I'm helping out Ari with the Law Tiger, so I took
a
couple motorcycles down there for them, and I'll be down there helping those guys out for a little bit.
Yeah, Ari's involved in the FXR competition down there, huh?
Oh, really?
I've seen that. Yeah. I got an invite to go up to it the other night, and unfortunately, I just got back from Texas a little bit too late, and was a little too tired to head up to Winslow and ride back with them.
Yeah.
So what is he? Did he have a FXR built? Or?
Jason Mook built Ari an FXR that's in the competition between the 5 or 6 guys that all built FXRs.
Hey, is that the FXR that has my old motor in it?
I don't remember.
Is it orange? Yeah, it's gotta be. So talk about a small world. My 93, I sold the drivetrain to Nick Kramer,
right?
Who then sold it to Jason, and now Jason has sold it to Ari. Wow. So I'll have to tell Ari that his bike is powered by my old motor.
I think somewhere in there, I actually own that too. From I think it changed hands from Nick Kramer to me back to Nick.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Oh,
yeah. So tell Ari that if there's any problems with the motor, you owned it after me, so it's your fault.
So it's a pretty good looking bike. Actually, everybody that came to the competition, I think it just started with like 4 people, and by the end, I think there was 15 or 18 different FXRs that were built.
Have they posted pictures of it?
Yeah.
Oh, let me see if I can get
some pictures.
Get a picture quick.
I forget who posted pictures. I saw a bunch of pictures last night.
Oh, I see Curtis Hoffman
has
his.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he's doing for his.
Yeah.
Oh, is any of these?
Yeah, that's Jeff.
Oh, right here, this one. That's got to be the Law Tigers. This orange and black.
Yeah.
Is this the Law Tigers one? Oops.
Yeah, I think they had some kind of nickname for it, like Orangey, or because it was real orange or something. I don't know. I can't remember what they were calling it.
Huh. Yeah. So when do they judge that contest?
Well, it's just a little thing between them all, I think.
Oh, is it not a contest?
I don't know. Do you know?
Yeah. What is the?
Yeah, I think it's more of a gentleman's contest. I think the builders vote on the other builders, and it's just kind of a gentleman thing. Like, hey, you know what? I built the best one. I think it's bragging rights between them, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Right.
we'll give Ari a shout, and we'll post his, because we love La Tigers like you do.
I think
So he has,
I think this is actually transformed into another competition that I heard about the other day that they're going to do, and I think unveil the bikes, maybe in Sturgis or maybe next year Sturgis. I don't remember, but
that's cool.
sounds like they're going to have a chopper challenge.
Oh boy,
Oh,
another one.
boy.
Huh?
So tell us about Fandango. How was that event?
Fandango was great this year. You know, for being its third year in existence now, and you know, really the last couple through COVID. I mean, it's actually one of my favorite events now. I mean, it's very, very well attended. It's just a really great event. It's really kind of eclectic, you know. I mean, it's not like any other antique event that you usually see, where you know this one we have a real mix of, you know, the chopper kids, the old antique bike dudes. There's a ton of vans there. There's scooters. There's mini bikes. You know, there's just a lot for everybody there. You know, flat track racing and you know, so it's just a well-rounded event. The atmosphere is great. The grounds are great. You know,
Where is it?
Yeah, where is it?
being in Fredericksburg, Texas is, you know, a really cool spot. So I don't know.
What's the facility?
It's at the Gillespie County Fairgrounds.
Oh, okay.
Where is that, Nia? Austin?
Fredericksburg, Texas.
Oh, yeah. Where's that, Nia?
Hill Country.
Okay, so like kind of Austin-ish.
Yeah, I think it's kind of that Austin, San Antonio in between there.
Okay, that's cool. So it must have been good weather. I'm sure it was hot.
It was good weather. It was very, very hot. The wind was really windy there. I think it probably took out about 60 or 70 different easy up pop-up tents.
Oh, jeez.
Other than that, you know, we did get a couple good days where the wind wasn't too bad, and it was a good time. It was a good time. You know, there was a lot of people there for the swap meet. A lot of good parts being exchanged.
Did you sell
it
much?
was just a great time.
Did you sell much at the swap meet, or did you buy?
I did. I actually took some stuff. I didn't
Leanne's not
necessarily
watching. You can tell us the truth.
I took some stuff that I necessarily didn't want to sell. You know, it was just more some conversation pieces that might spark up some conversation, like, oh, hey, I know what this is, or I got one of these. You know, and that leads into conversation like, well, shit, if you know what that is, maybe you got some parts that I need. You know,
Yeah.
here, but let's make a phone call, you know, later down the road and see what you got. So unfortunately, some of the people did step up and buy some of the stuff I necessarily didn't want to sell, but hey, you know, it's going to a good home, and hopefully they'll use it.
Yeah, I mean, everything's for sale for the right price.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And you know what? I recycled that running right back into other things. So it, you know, it helped me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
So tell us about we had Alex and Chris on last week talking about the chase and their competition.
Right.
Tell us more about that, because the deadline is coming up.
It is. So we've set a deadline for the love of old motorcycles for April 15th, and at that time we'll close the registration on that. And for everybody that's been a donor of it, you know, we'll set up how we're actually going to choose the people that have signed up and applied for the program. So I think right now we have about 50 different applicants that have signed up. Right now, when we first started, it was the girls that were outweighing the guys with the number of applicants. Now I think the guys have taken over a little bit. So right now we're really pushing to try to get more females to apply for the program.
Boy, that must be it must be quite a job sorting through all those bios, though, huh?
It really
50
is
a lot.
You know, and I'm glad, you know, and I'm sure the other guys involved with the program, Alex and Chris, are glad that, you know, we're not the ones that have to actually choose this. because we have so many great applicants so far that, you know, if we could, I'm sure I'd choose every single one of them. I mean, and
So
it's going to be tough for the panel of judges to really kind of narrow it down to who's going to be the lucky people.
Who are the panel of judges?
So the panel of judges will come from everybody that donates. So anybody that donates $50 or more, you'll become one of the panel of judges and have an actual a vote in who's going to get this chance of a lifetime.
Wow, that's an extremely cool deal, and you know, whatever it takes to promote old motorcycles within a younger crowd, it all works.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we don't want this sport, and it's just not about old motorcycles. I mean, it's about all motorcycles all together. You know, I mean, it's really promoting people just to get on two wheels and go. You know, I mean, that's, you know, why I'm involved with this. I'm involved with all kids bikes, you know, putting the Striders in the elementary schools.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that you're just getting people on two wheels is good for the whole industry.
Right, exactly. So just through our organizations alone, I mean, just in the last year, as of last week, we have now funded 4 schools for the All Kids Bikes program. So that's pretty exciting. And I have another pledge of, looks like we're going to be able to do a 5th one this year. So, you know, 5 schools is pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's cool. I just yesterday, as a matter of fact, got my 4th school. So that the bikes, which I didn't tell DP, bikes are going to be delivered like next week.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
So we're actually going to do one at the beginning of this year's chase. So in spring, we're working with Springfield, Illinois right now to take one of the programs to there.
Yeah. Where have you done the schools?
We haven't. We've just gotten them funded, and we're just trying to do placements now on them. So, like I said, I think the first actual installment in placement we're looking at doing in Springfield, Illinois, where we do the start of the chase. You know, I want all the motorcycles to come out, all the riders, go to the school, present the bikes, and then get the kids to come out and look at all the motorcycles and talk to riders and stuff like that. So I think it'll be a really neat experience for both the kids and the riders of the event.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in that program. I recently, last week, had one of the teachers for a local town right next door to us. She is like the perfect example of exactly what I wanted this program to do. She takes the time. She set up an after school program for kids that are, because it's based for kindergartners, and this after school program she did is for any grade, and she has kids as old as 4th grade, which is 10-year-olds that don't know how to ride a bike, and she has taught them. And she had a little girl that's been struggling, so she took the extra time to teach her, and the video is just priceless, of this little girl riding around the gym saying, I'm doing it, I can't believe I'm doing it. You know, that's exactly what I want this program, what I wanted to happen with this program. And this gym teacher is just awesome. She had them do an outside track, which is around the school in the dirt, and she even like has little jumps in it and stuff, and she said that the kids absolutely love it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome to get kids on 2 wheels at that age, and I feel like they don't do that anymore. Kids aren't kids. They're on their computers or behind a keyboard or TVs. That they need to get outside so that motorcycling can keep going.
Exactly. And that's why we haven't gone too fast to actually place the program yet. You know, even though we've gotten these schools funded and enough funding to do, 4 to 5 schools right now. You know, we want to interview them to make sure that these people will actually take it to the next level and embrace it and keep going with it, not just get the bicycles and then have them sit in a closet for the next 10 years.
Yeah, unfortunately, one of my other schools, I think, is doing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I haven't heard from one thing. They were all excited for it. They wanted it. And then I've emailed the gym teacher twice and haven't gotten a response.
Right.
So
that's why, I've heard some stories like that, and it's just like, I want to make sure that these things are going to a good home. I mean, people.
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I think the kids deserve it. You know, I'd rather put them in someplace that they'll embrace it rather than, like I said, end up in a closet.
Yeah. So I want to push this love of motorcycles. And so not only do you need applicants, but you also need sponsors. So here's the sponsor page for anybody that's watching, loveofmotorcycles.com. And if you click the donate button at the top, it takes you to the sponsorship page. And now you guys will take any amount of money.
Exactly. So I think the smallest amount in that, I think it's $5, maybe $10. You know, every dollar helps. You know, and it's just not. I mean, we need the money. You know, we're I think about half to our goal right now. You know, and we haven't really been pushing the money a whole lot right now because we want the applicants, and you know, and I think once we get the good applicants and people see who's all applied, that I think the money will follow after that. And you know, but you know, like I said, I mean, we're going to start doing a push for this. We're about half to our goal right now. I did get a pledge from somebody last week that, hey, if we fund these 2 riders, if you know, if we make all the money to get to 2 riders, I have a person that's pledged to put a 3rd rider on the program. So he'll sponsor one whole rider by himself. So
really?
he's put the challenge out to us and the challenge out there to you guys. You know, hey, help us get some money. If we get the money to fund these 2, we'll definitely have 3 that will actually get to go on the program.
Wow, that's really cool.
And so for the people that don't know, that are tuning in or whatnot, tell us what the Chase is.
Oh, okay. So the Chase is a cross-country endurance event featuring antique motorcycles that are from the years of 1930 to 1960. A lot like the Cannonball, which a lot of people know about. It was kind of a offshoot of the Cannonball. It was an event that we wanted to start to really give the rider a challenge, you know, a challenge of man versus machine, put you out there on the best 2-lane roads of America, with the biggest thing of not having a support crew. So it's just you, your motorcycle, and you know, you have to carry everything with you from your luggage, your tools, your spare parts. You know, we really wanted to do it where you did it unassisted and without support crew, you know, just you and your buddies, you know, out there on the road. And you know, like I said, doing some of the best events. So this year we've elected to make the Route 66, where we'll be starting in Springfield, Illinois, and then ending in Santa Monica on the pier 10 days later. You know, but we're really doing Route 66 the way that it should be done. So we're doing, you know, all 2-lane back roads. A lot of Route 66 now is a lot of Interstate 40, a lot of Interstate 44, goes through a lot of major cities like Oklahoma City and St. Louis. And we've elected to like delete all that and put Route 66 where it should be, you know, on the best 2-lane back roads of America, skirting the big cities, and you know, just really doing what I think Route 66 should be and what it was back in the day. You know, just really seeing America, and you know, hopefully we'll be bringing, you know, the Americana back to America while we're doing this. So
yeah. So I just officially signed up for the Chase.
We've been waiting.
So I'm in, and I'm excited because this ride in the whole Route 66 is kind of a bucket list thing. Mm-hmm. How many miles are actually, like, can you still ride on Route 66? Because I know, like you said, it's changed and it's not the old route, so to speak, anymore. Is it more than half?
I would say it's more than half. You know, over the years, there's been, I don't know how many realignments of Route 66 where they've changed it from this road to this road or abandoned this series of roads. And it's really how you interpret it and how other people interpret it and how much you can actually really do and through all the alignments. And, you know, and I think with our program that we put together, you know, it's we probably put the best interpretation that we can put together with staying out of the major cities and off the interstates of where a lot of it's aligned at now.
Is it this year, is it the Chase or the Cannonball that was stopping at Kelly's?
So that'll be the Cannonball next year in 23. So our day off with the Cannonball will be in Twisted Oz.
So tell me what's one of the big stops on the Chase?
So we have some really great things. We've actually kind of got off the norm of what we usually do. You know, a lot of times we've been very gracious with like Harley dealers and Indian ship dealers hosting us and promoting us along the way. And this one, I really wanted to bring history back into what Route 66 is. So we have a lot of museum stops, like the official Route 66 museum, one of the crazy ones that we're doing that it actually really ties into is, one of our hosted stops will be at the Will Rogers Museum in Claremore, Oklahoma. So,
how about Oatman?
We are going to Oatman. So one of our overnight stops will be in Oatman.
Oh, that's cool. Good.
Yeah.
We went to Oatman. God, that had to be like 2010-ish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
We were working with Allstate.
Yeah, we were in Laughlin and rode to Oatman and patted all the donkeys that roam around in the town. I thought, what a cool town. And that's Route 66.
Yeah, old cowboy town.
I think, did you freeze? Oh, I guess we lost him.
Oh,
for a minute, but
yeah.
Well, let me see some. I'll go to some of these comments over here. The dude's watching.
Hey, dude.
Kevin,
I'm gonna be calling you soon.
Yeah, Kevin Baxter. Tom. Good morning.
Yeah.
Tom.
Craig Ferry.
I'll text you those videos soon, Tom. Kevin Baxter. Let's see, Nancy. Let me put Jason back on here.
All right.
All right, you're back. So,
damn freaking spam. I already got enough for car insurance.
Yeah.
I figured a phone call. So I was going over some of the comments. We have somebody says Nancy says go Bruce Redpath. So he's got a fan. Richard Campbell's on here, said he can't wait. Kevin Baxter says the history of motorcycling must be carried on and shared to the next generation.
Absolutely.
So much has been lost already, which is very true. It's partly why we do these shows. Jason ran out of webcam gas. Arizona has 125 miles of Route 66 left. That's a good fact.
Yeah. Wow. Well, Craig can probably see you on the track somewhere.
Yeah, Craig. So I'll be out your way, Jason, the end of this month for the Kyle Petty ride.
Oh, that looks like a good one.
Yeah. So we start and end in Phoenix.
They have a good route picked out this year. I know they've been trying to do this route for a couple of years, and it's actually a pretty good route. I'm excited to see you guys on it.
Yeah,
Ken, I'm working on your paint job as we speak.
But yeah, back to the Kyle Petty. So yeah, I'm antsy to the unfortunate thing for me is I've already been to all these places except Bryce Canyon. So that'll be a new spot, and that's actually a day off. So I'll look forward to going and exploring Bryce Canyon.
That's a good one up there.
Yeah, so I've heard. I'll let you know after about May 5th.
Okay, we actually for next year, that's one of our major spots for the Cannonball next year is Bryce Canyon, Zion.
Oh, okay, cool. Zion's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Mike Draco wants to know how is the scoring different between the Chase and the Cannonball?
Good question.
That's a great question. So some of the scoring is a little bit similar. So major scoring comes from the amount of miles that you make it. So I think this year's course is 2,560 miles, something like that. And so you get a point for every mile that you make it under your own power. So if you complete the day and make all the checkpoints in time during the day, you get that miles for the day. So if we do 280 miles for that day, you get 280 points for that day. Also, every day, we bring out the awesome quiz. I know.
I like the quizzes.
We have a lot of mixed emotions about the daily quiz. To me, it was something that I wanted to bring into the program to get riders to start paying attention to some of the places that we're going, learn some history about the towns that we're stopping in, that we're riding through to actually look at some of the scenery along the way, and just really kind of pay attention. So half the questions during the day are about what you experienced the day before on the route, and half of them are about American motorcycle history. So a possible 12 extra points per day that are added to your score.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah. I liked the like geography kind of part of it, because I'm huge. I love maps and direction and points and stuff. But what was throwing me off like a couple of times, like the Mackinac Bridge was one of them. Like, how do you spell it? And it was like, it's Sault Ste. Marie. That's a tough one too. Like, I am not good at spelling. And I was like, and I don't think I got those ones right.
And sometimes, you know, we throw a little trickery in there, you know, it's like sometimes the answer is like right in front of you. So especially like the spelling questions on the city, all you got to do is like pick up your name badge and look at it and be like, oh yeah, that's how you spell it, you know?
Yeah.
But when you're under the pressure, you don't, you know, sometimes you don't realize like some of the resources are right in front of you, you know, and sometimes they're posted like where you're taking the test at, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I liked that if I didn't know an answer, like there was a bunch of questions like, you know, throughout the trip where a lot of people was stumped, but by the end of the day, everybody knew what the right answer was.
Right.
Because, you know, it was stumping so many people that it created talk, you know, among us. And it was like, oh, and you will forget it, you know?
Right.
So it's definitely a lot of learning.
Exactly. And that's, you know, that's another element that a lot of people don't realize why we brought that in. You know, it was to create, like you said, you know, conversation among the riders, like, hey, did you see this, or did you notice that? And I bet this is going to be on the test, and that's going to, you know, I bet they're going to do this. And, you know, it just, like I said, it creates a little bit more fellowship in the program, and people get to know each other a little bit more.
Yeah, I liked the quizzes. Do you think that you bring that over to the Cannonball?
You know, I really, really want to. I think I will, but I think it'll be maybe something separate, you know, something that's not towards the scoring. You know, I just don't know how people would perceive it on the Cannonball if it actually did it towards scoring. You know, it's hard enough to do the Cannonball on an older bike, and you know, I don't know how they'd feel about having to worry about that now too. So
yeah, something though too that I liked about the test is I have a lot of knowledge on, you know, Harleys. That's our bread and butter. That's what we do. And, you know, some knowledge more and more now on Indians, but my knowledge on everything else American, which is a lot of brands. There's
right.
I don't know, in like the 20s, so how many, wasn't there like 100 motorcycle manufacturers?
Oh, there was. So back in the teens, there was just in America alone, almost 125 manufacturers of motorcycles in the teens and 20s. So, I mean, there's a lot of brands that people don't hear about, and we try to bring a little bit of awareness to that. And
right. So I learned about these other brands and stuff that is all part of it. You know, maybe they weren't around for a long time, but it's all motorcycle history, you know, and American history, which is so important. So I like the quizzes.
I do too. I think they're a lot of fun.
Yeah. Let's see if Richard, he says, that's an appalling lack of Zandap questions. There's an appalling lack of Zundap. Is that what it is? Zundap.
Zundap.
So that's a bike. Is that British? Or is it American?
No, we've really just kept it to American motorcycle history, you know, because one, we are in America, and we are on American, you know, soils. But I have actually been thinking, because I'm starting to run out of questions, and you can only post stuff so much before everybody's just going to finally memorize everything. So I have actually been thinking about bringing some of the British and English and of their motorcycling history into it, because we get so many of those brands on the program. So
so
they may see it. So you better study up.
He just commented German, so it's like almost like a BMW-ish. This guy wrote that on the Chase.
Oh, okay.
But one of the questions could be how many miles of Route 66 are in Arizona.
There you go.
125.
But it'd be one of those things like, whose interpretation do you take, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess there's always variations to something like that. But
Mark Hendricks. Hey, Mark.
So Jason, so once again, anybody that wants to donate to the sponsored riders, it's loveofmotorcycles.com, and they click on the donate, and it's over. If they donate over $50, they get a vote. Is it one vote?
They get a vote in the program.
Program.
I think the way that it'll work is for anybody that donates over $50, you'll actually get to pick 3 females and 3 males. You know, you'll rank them in your importance. So, if you think this, and then that's how we'll kind of basically score, all the votes.
Now, is the bio limited to a number of words?
It is not. So we've actually had some people just do 3 or 4 word answers, and we've actually had some people that have kind of written a novel on the whole entire thing. And
oh boy. So there could be a whole lot of reading, or
there could be, yeah. And there's some like I said, there's some really, really good ones. As soon as we get one online, it automatically pops up on all 3 of our phones. Us guys that are kind of running the program right now, and they're really fun to read. Like, they're passionate what they're doing, or how they want to be more passionate, or how they were brought up, and they're really fun to read. Really fun. We also make them. You have to supply a photograph with it too, so it's fun to kind of see what they chose for a photograph of them in a motorcycling world. So,
do you know what the youngest rider you have is that applied?
I think we've had one at 18.
Good.
We've had a lot at 39.
Yeah,
I know all about that.
A lot of people at like 69, 54, 82. We've had a lot of people try to slip their applications in.
Really?
So, I mean, you can't blame them,
Yeah. How much do you guys need to raise for one rider?
To raise for one rider to pay for all the expenses and hotels and all that is about $3,500.
Oh, that's not too bad. I was thinking.
No, So, yeah. And I think about right now, I think we're a little over half on that. We haven't really pushed the whole money thing. Like I said, the more important thing right now is to, just get some more of the applicants and get more people into the database. It's one of those things that, I mean, if you apply for this one, it's not like you're going to get lost in the system. I mean, we want to do other things like, offer other trips to like Sons of Speed, maybe Race of the Gentleman, take somebody to a swap meet, a road run, so this will give us a database of people that, hey, we can reach out, or if people are, other volunteers or other mentors that we get for the program, we can say, hey, reach out to this person and, maybe pass on some knowledge, take them with you to a car show, a bike show. Yeah. And, just get people. I mean, so our goal is just to kind of put a database together and, and get a database of mentors together. So on the website itself, you can actually, there's a tab on there, if you're interested in getting involved with the program, being a mentor, maybe donating a bike for one of your events, passing on some knowledge, getting somebody to come over to your shop to help you, as maybe an apprenticeship. You can actually go on there, and we're starting to get a database of, people that really want to be mentors, for old motorcycles or motorcycling in general, just to kind of pass on some knowledge.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we kind of do that here with Nick, who we talk about him a lot on our show. And Nick and DP are going to the swap meet on Sunday.
Yeah, we got a swap meet down in Connecticut this weekend, and I'm really looking forward to it. I usually it's about 2 hours from here, and I usually leave my house about 5:30. And the last one, I left my house at 5:30. I barely got in. It was so packed, and it's a big facility. I mean, yes. I was out in left field somewhere, So we're going to leave at 4 a.m. this week. Make sure we get a good spot.
Yeah, you got to get in there.
Yeah,
The same
hopefully.
thing happened to me here in Arizona at a local swap meet at MMI. You know, I think we got there at like 5 a.m. in the morning. It was dark, you know, and I mean, by the time we got set up, you know, we'd done so much in sales, and you know, a lot of stuff was done before the sun even came up. You know, I mean, it
Yeah.
didn't get light till like 7:30, and it was like, holy cow, man! I mean, people were going crazy.
Yeah, no, I've got so much stuff, man. I just need to move product.
Yeah,
You know, we accumulate so much stuff here.
Oh,
Of course, you know, I don't help things by keep buying more stuff.
I tell you,
That
it feels
is,
good
Jay.
to purge. You know, over the last year, I've purged a lot of stuff, including bikes and parts, but it never fails. You know, I go to a swap meet like Fandango, and you know, I think I sold a lot of stuff. I did, you know, some very good sales, but I think I still came home in a hole because I ended up recycling that money back into other things. You know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's just how it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then there were some deals. You know, it's like, oh man, I can't pass that up. I mean, it's way too cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, Jason. Well, I hope that we can have raised some more money for the Love Motorcycles for these kids to get on the chase, because I know personally what a cool experience it is, and it's definitely a costly one. So to get sponsored is an awesome thing.
Absolutely.
As well as maybe somebody watching will apply. So
Yeah, and I mean, for donors out there, you know, we want to thank you guys for, you know, stepping up and helping. If you do, you know, we want to make sure that every donor that gives $5 to whatever, you know, we're going to send you guys a gift. You know, I'm putting together some packages for the chase. So we'll send you some chase merchandise. We're putting some merchandise together for Love of Motorcycles. Once we get that in, we'll be starting to send that out to donors. So, you know, just a way to spread the word and give some appreciation, you know, for helping you put, you know, future next generation riders on the road or at events. So,
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
All
Well, thanks for giving us some updates and telling us about Fandango, and let us know how Arizona Bike Week goes.
I will. We'll miss you guys down here. I know you guys are down here about every year for the event. So
yeah, we decided to stay home.
Yeah, I mean, we just
mind.
have so much going on here that, you know, I you know, between Daytona and the Donnie Smith show, you know, we've been gone a lot, so it's time to catch up. Plus, you know, the weather's getting warm here, so you know,
For at least a
stuff's
week.
happening.
We're
I
waiting for
hear
it
you.
to get warm.
Yeah.
I hear you. So
Yeah. All right, Jason.
I'll
Well,
tell everybody hi. I'll be at the dry heat run here in the next day or so, and I'll tell everybody
Okay.
hi. Guys.
all right, awesome. And I'll probably see you at the end of the month. The
Sounds
Cow Petty
good.
Ride.
Perfect.
All right. We'll see
All
you
right.
later.
See you guys.
Bye, Jay.
See ya. All right, guys. So that was our show today, brought to you by Indian Motorcycles and Law Tigers. Big shout out to Indian, who is keeping this going and keeping motorcycling history at the forefront. And Law Tigers. These guys are real bikers. They definitely put in their time because they want to in the motorcycle industry. You just heard from Jason. He's going down to Arizona Bike Week, which is happening now, to help Ari from Law Tigers. And actually, tomorrow we're going to have Ari on live from Arizona Bike Week. So make sure that if you guys are on our Perowitz Facebook page, you get the notifications that we're live, because we'll go again tomorrow at some point. I'm not sure. I'm kind of on Ari's time. So he is going to bring us a live video from Arizona Bike Week. So any of you guys tuning in, make sure you get that notification. And if anybody wants to donate, Love of Motorcycles, to help sponsor somebody, 2 people, a male and a female.
And hopefully maybe 3.
Yeah, true. A third. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they get enough money, they will get a third. I thought I saw Lloyd Benson says, buy high and sell cheap.
Yeah, right. Hey, Lloyd.
Shipped its pieces to Europe and assembled it here. Mike, I don't think so. Dave should ride a vintage chopper on the chase.
Yeah.
That was somebody else had said that on another one.
Yeah.
Hi, Walt. Andrew, thanks for tuning in. Richard says no. What bike are you riding on the Chase? Lou, I haven't 100% decided yet, but I'm probably going to ride the 1936 VLH that I rode on the previous Chase. It's an awesome bike. It was very well built. Rat up at Haba Vintage rebuilt the motor, and then Bob, my mechanic, assembled it and put it all together. That bike didn't skip a beat. So I'll probably ride that, a 36 VLH, also known as Very Leaky. Doug Francie, thanks for chiming in. Pedro, the engraver, thanks for always tuning in, it seems. All right, guys, I think that's it. You got anything else to add, Dad?
Yeah, the only other thing I have to add is I have a 1993 FLHS, which is the last year before they made a Road King. Anyways, I have this FLHS for sale. The bike is mint.
Do you want to show them it?
Yeah, how can I show?
Because I'm on my iPad. See, this is an advantage of doing my iPad.
All right.
So let's go. Let me figure out here how to turn the camera around. Okay, you're on, Dad.
Here it is. This is an original paint bike. The paint is 98% perfect. I buffed it with new Flex buffer and my CSI buffing material. It's a beautiful bike. It's got an 88-inch motor in it. It's got S&S cylinders, dual plug heads. The motor has about 10,000 miles on it. And it's a beautiful bike. If somebody's looking for something like this, give us a call here at the shop.
Yeah, and this paint is, I hope that this video is doing it justice, but it is so shiny. That little buffer, the video that I tried uploading at the beginning of our show was DP using this new buffer, and the compound that CSI makes really brought back the shine on this bike. So if anybody's looking for a bike, this is for sale. You could be riding this spring. What year is it again, Dad?
This is a 93, and here's the Flex buffer with the CSI pads. And let me get the CSI. And this is the polish that we use from CSI. So great material. And we are going to do a seminar sometime soon. And the guy that developed all this stuff, who's a good friend of mine, is going to fly out here, and he's going to give a private seminar to about 25 people. So stay tuned, and we'll let you know.
All right, guys. I think that's it for our show today. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks to Law Tigers and Indian Motorcycles for sponsoring Chopper History, and we'll be back next week.